All right, so this is crazy, and I'm going to defend this right off the rip by saying, if you think this is a spoiler, you're right, and there's nothing we can do about it. If you think you can avoid this spoiler, before you even get mad at me, this is for season 2. They already filmed the Daryl show, season 1. They already filmed all of season 1. It's not even airing until later this year, and they're filming season 2 back to back with season 1. And I was speculating, just loose speculation, that maybe they were doing that because of Norman Reedus' living situation, and he was going to move back to the States for season 3, or they would take a break. They would film 1 and 2 back to back and take a break and then get back into season 3. Maybe they're doing that because of a Rick, reunion later, and this is how they plan it out. I don't know. All I know is they did 1 and 2 back to back, and this is frustrating because of some of the stuff that they film that's not in studios, that's not locked down. We're going to know about it. It's going to go on the internet. And one big crazy thing that has fans going nuts, this just dropped an hour ago, but season 1 was supposed to be the Daryl and Carol spinoff. It was supposed to be Negan and Maggie in New York, Rick and Michonne in Philly, and then Daryl and Carol somewhere, but they decided to film in France, and Carol wasn't able to film. The actor herself wasn't able to film, so she dipped out of season 1. Now, here's the problem part. She was caught on set. I mean, it's not even a secret. They're just open. They know they're getting their photos taken. It's to AMC and to them. It's not a big spoiler. It's probably something they're going to use as promo material again. But if you're annoyed that they spoiled it, I hear you. But we know they were going to, the moment she signed on for it, they were going to use it as a promo material. But this gets a little iffy just because, not even a little iffy. Well, yes, it is iffy because they're filming in France. The character just washes up on boat, and the whole idea of it is, how does he get back? He has to figure out how he got here. How does he get back? Now, on my one live stream recently, I was just playing around with the idea of how cool would it be if Daryl just washes up on the shore, and then we find out his the little backstory to bridge the gap between seasons is he did go looking for Rick and Michonne, or Rick and Michonne, because he's not really sure where either one of them is at. But he did get super close to finding Rick, maybe even saw him in binoculars, but he failed, and the CRM almost killed him. And while he was knocked out, Rick was able to get to him and get him separated, and that's how Daryl ended up on the capsized boat. So but Rick was able to save him, but not go with him. So there would be this huge bittersweet because it was Rick who saved him, but Daryl doesn't know just how close he got to actually, seeing his best friend again, his brother again, and even talking to him or trying to escape with him. Or get him out of there, whatever. I thought that would add a nice little punch to how he gets out, like Rick being responsible for saving his life and getting him out of there when he was knocked out. Because as far as we know, there's just a little snippet of him on top of a capsized boat, a lifeboat, and he just shows up on shore, and that is kind of stupid. Now, again, here's where the problem ends up. Carol must be a part of what Daryl is doing right from season 1, but it's not shown. No, here's a better way to put it. She should be with Daryl or know of what Daryl's doing in some way as he ends up on the boat and getting to shore. Like, for example, if he's on top of the lifeboat and he hits the shore, he should expect to look for Carol. And again, I say that because how does she show up? If she's looking for him, she's in, wherever. I don't even know where they would be because they're bouncing around all over the place. But let's just say they're in the East Coast of the United States, because I don't know if Daryl's bouncing up by New York where Maggie is. I don't know what they're doing with his storyline. Is he closer to Philly where where Rick is at? We don't know. But they're on the East Coast of the United States, and then he ends up in France. And how does Carol know to even go that direction if she didn't know from the rip first off? So if Carol was already with him and he crashes on shore, and she would be looking for him somewhere there in France, in that general area. So when he does meet up with her in season 2, that would help to explain how the hell she showed up here. Unless there's a CRM connection that we don't know about. Like, for example, whatever Daryl is doing, interfering with CRM, we don't even know, because we don't know if he's doing recon. We don't even know if he has anything to do with CRM as far as conflict, butting heads with them, discovering who they are, running into them. But if they did run into some people in Outpost and yada, 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 and that led them here, that could help explain it. But there's too little information for me to really enjoy kind of talking about it and speculating it. All we know now is Carol was caught filming for season 2. So it's confirmed right now. Carol will be in season 2. That's pretty much it. I guess we're going to wait for more footage especially for Comic-Con, for the trailers. It'll probably be like the 3rd trailer by then. I forget when it airs. I think it's like in October, right? Because then you have Dead City now. You have Fear, the second half, coming back after that. Then you have the Daryl show, and then you have the Rick and Michonne next year in 2024. So that's it, though. I'm not going to keep spinning a web of speculation. That's it. Carol is filming in season 2. You give me your thoughts and opinions. Again, this is something that we're never going to be able to avoid as far as it being a spoiler. But it's cool having more Walking Dead characters back. At least now it's not just Daryl. I think it's cool, and I think it's better for the fan base for it to be Daryl and Carol. I'm just hoping they lean into... again, they didn't air season 1. They have a lot of time. They can do reshoots. They can add Carol scenes in to season 1. Well, not a ton, but they could literally right now. There's probably plenty of time for them to do film some Carol scenes to make it where she does crash with Daryl. They could even probably film a scene or two of Daryl, and it could even be dialogue just mentioning that he was looking for somebody. You know what I'm saying? There's enough time, so it might not just be season 2. There could be something that they can sprinkle into season 1 to help bridge the gap of mental gymnastics of how she found him on a different continent. Like what the... All right. Thoughts and opinions in the comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.